Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shravii and today I'll be talking about books. I'm so excited. I love books. I'm so enthralled to do this video. I love books. I love reading about books. I love watching about books. I love reading books and I just love books. There are so many favorite booktubers of mine that I just binge watch on hours because I just love books, and that's why I'm making today's video because I have such a deep passion about them. I've not read many books in my life, but all the ones that I've read have left some or the other impression, and I want to talk about all of them today. So, today I'll be talking about all the books I've ever read. It's not a lot, it's only around 20 books, but it's not about the number, it's about what I have read. So, let's just quickly get started because we have a lot to talk about. Oh, so the first one I have right up here is One Problematic Summer by Ali Hazelwood. I won't be, diving too deep into all of the books because, as I said, I have a lot of books to talk about. I'll just give you my rating and the what is a plot about, a little bit of plot summary, and if you should read it or no. So this is I love Ali Hazelwood. I love everything she writes. She's my favorite author of all time, and I think I've given this a 4 star. It's a romance between Maya and Connor. It's an age gap, and it is best friends. No, brother's best friend. That's the trope, and it takes place on a beautiful Sicilian villa, where Maya has to attend her brother's wedding, and he's also there, and they both have a kind of romance there, and I just love it so much. I love Ali Hazelwood's writing. There are so many beautiful quotes in here that I love, and it's just a really beautiful book, and I think you should read it. I love everything that Ali Hazelwood writes, so yeah, I do recommend this. Then the next I have is One of Us is Lying. This is the first ever book that I read. I remember this so correctly reading in like 8th grade, and this is a mystery novel. So we are basically following these four high school kids where through a murder trial. So what has happened is they all five school kids got detention, and only four of them came alive out of it. So one kid died in the detention, and his name is Simon. So Simon died in the detention room, and now they all are the prime suspect in the investigation. I'm sorry, and we are following them through the investigation, and it's just a good book, and it keeps you on your toes all the time. And there's this aspect that Simon had this gossip website, and he was going to publish some things on there. That's really crazy, and I love it so much. It's a closed door book. There is a minute plot of romance in there, but I love it so much. I just enjoyed this book thoroughly, and I recommend it to everyone. If you want to just just want to start reading and like you're new to it, I think this is the book you should pick up first because it's perfect. It will like keep you on your toes, and we have four different perspective of all the four children, and it's a good book. I think you should read it. Then the next I have The Guest List. I have no recollection of this book. I just remember that I did not like this book at all. I have book amnesia. I remember a few books really perfectly, and then I just don't remember a few of them at all. So this is one of them that I don't remember at all. I just know that I did not like this book. I hated this book. I hate read my way throughout it. I refuse to DNF a book unless it's just there's like nothing in it. So I did not DNF it, and I hate read my way through it, and I don't remember what happened. I gave it 2 stars. If anybody of you know what happened at the end of this book, please just give a huge spoiler warning and comment it down below because I forgot what this was about. I only know that we are following multiple people. There are like a lot of different perspectives in this book. So we are following the bride, the groom, and then the wedding planner, and then the bride's sister. We just have a lot of point of views, and it was so confusing. And somebody dies, and it's kind of mysterious, but it did not keep me hooked on. I was not interested in this book at all. So yeah, I don't recommend this. Then the next I have is Shatter Me. This is a series, but I've only read the first book. It's a really long series. I have not yet gotten around to read all the other ones, but this is the first one. and I did enjoy this book a lot. I think I gave it 5 stars. And the setting of this book, it is so good. It feels like I was reading what the end of the world would feel like. How there was fire and everything was collapsing and the air was not fit for you to breathe. And there was some, it was the sun was really harsh, it was raining really heavily. Reading this felt like I was reading what the end of the world would feel like. So there's a lot of politics in this book. The government, what they call it's the re-establishment in this book, is like not doing anything. It's just killing people, and they are preparing an army. And then we are following our main character Juliet. She has powers, like if she touches someone with her bare hands, that person's gonna die. That's the plot. If she touches someone with her bare hands, that person is gonna die, and she just hates herself for that. And there is not a lot mentioned in this book because it's just a first book of a series. There's a very, very minute plot of romance again in this book between Juliet and Adam. It's very minuscule. We don't even know what's happening between them. It's just all really hazy because as I said, it's setting up for the second book. It's this book is just a setup, but I still really enjoyed it, and I will continue the series. Then the next is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is my favorite romance novel of all time. Nothing can top this. Nothing can top this book for me. I love it so much. I perfectly remember reading this book. I have such clear image about it in my head. I have a really strong imagination power. So like I imagine every single book that I've read. It's like a movie inside my head, and I love it so much. I think it's a 5-star book for me, no brainer. We are following Olive and Adam. It's told from a third perspective point of view, but I love it so much. Olive is a PhD student. Adam is a professor. He's a very grumpy professor. It's grumpy ex Sunshine as well. There's age gap between them, but it's like I hate everyone but you. He's a grumpy person, but he's really sweet for her, and he has a soft spot for her. There is also jealousy. I just love it so much. I think everyone should read this book. It's so good, and I love it so much, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's my favorite book of all time. Instantly 5 stars, and I've read it and reread it. Oh, it's also becoming a movie, which I'm really excited about. The casting is perfect. I love the casting, seriously. Then the next I have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is my first Emily Henry book ever. I recently read it, and it was not my favorite. It was not my favorite. I had to say that. I don't think I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, but I did not enjoy like the first 100 pages of this book. I was a little bit confused what's happening. It was not capable enough to hold my attention. Like I was not interested in this book for the first 100 pages, but then it slowly picked up, and I did kind of got interested in it. But before that, I was like, I don't like this book. I was kind of hate reading the first 100 pages, but then it did got interesting, like slowly. But it kind of lost me there, but then it did win me back a little bit. I think I've given it 3.75 stars or 4 stars. I don't remember. I think it's 3.75. But I do love the main character Charlie in this book so much. He's such a misunderstood character. And we are following Charlie and Nora. It takes place on a small town. Nora is like a big city girl. She's a book publisher, and Charlie is a book editor. So they both are from the book world, and they start off on a wrong foot. They kind of hate each other from the first meet because they both are like really grumpy. But then Nora goes to the small town and she meets Charlie there, and she's kind of stumped because she thought he lives in New York. Oh, it takes place in New York. Like Nora is a New York City girl. There's very few scenes that happen in New York, but it does talk a lot about New York. So that's what I love, because I love reading about New York in books. And Yeah, I did love Charlie's character a lot, and there are a few things that I love. I love the relationship between Nora and her sister, and I did enjoy it, but the first 100 pages were not for me. I think it could have been a little better. They could have shortened it a bit. I felt like it was a bit dragged on. Then the next I have is the Kiss Quotient. I don't have any recollection of this book at all, to be fair. I remember it is a fake dating, and it's between Stella and Michael. Michael is an escort, and Stella hires him because she doesn't know anything about dating or having a boyfriend or about intimacy, and she thinks that she's not capable of love, and she never be able to date someone because she doesn't know how to be a girlfriend. She's just very much invested in her work. Her work is everything for her. And then she asks Michael, he's an escort, if he can fake date her and be her boyfriend, be her practice boyfriend, so she knows what's gonna happen. I hate the third act breakup in this book. Yeah, I remember that much. I hated it so much because they set a timeline that they have to break up at this point, and I hate it so much. It's so pointless. Like, you're obviously in love with each other by that point, so just be with each other. There's no point of breaking up. You're both gonna be miserable. So I just hate those kind of third act breakup where you have to set a timeline and break up by that point. Just I hate that so much, seriously. And that was in this book. That's why I did not enjoy it a lot. And I think I gave it a 3 stars, 3.5 stars. It's not for me, but it would be for somebody else. There was a lot of smut in this book as well. I wanted to mention that. I don't like smutty books, but there was a lot of it in here because he's an escort, of course. And that's something that I don't enjoy in books. Then the next we have Icebreaker by Hannah, and again, I did not enjoy this book at all. I know this book is really popular and really famous, and it's a lot of people's favorite book, but it's not my favorite book. I did not enjoy it. I felt like it was kind of insta-lovey. Like, I love slow burn books, like where they don't even kiss each other till this much of the book. Like, they don't kiss till this much of the book, and then it's their romance here. I just love the slow burn, like the anticipation, the wait, and everything. I love slow burn books so much, and I just don't like the instant attraction between them. And that's something that I did not like. And this book is smart heavy, like there's smut on every single page. I feel I had to like skim read it a little bit. But it's between Nate, I guess, Nate and Anastasia. I don't know if yeah, it's Nate and Anastasia, and I guess it's fake dating, but I don't remember much from this book. I just know that I really enjoyed the found family in this book. There are other books from the characters in this book which I do want to read because I love a found family trope. It's like my favorite trope of all time. I just love all the friends of Nate and how they had a good group. That's the only thing that I liked about this book. And I did enjoy their romance, but it was not my favorite. But I did love all the scenes from the friends and everything else. That's why I think I gave this book a 3 stars or 3.2 stars. I don't remember. Okay. But then the next I have, this is my first classic ever, Pride and Prejudice. This is the first classic that I ever read, and it was really difficult for me to read this, I'm not gonna lie, because this is not English. It was so difficult for me to understand what is written in here. The words on paper did not make sense to me at all. I was like, what is happening? Have I forgotten how to read English? Do I don't know what English is? I was questioning myself, but I tried to reread and reread the first chapter again and again and again, and then it made sense to me a little bit. So I finally decided to take the help of an audiobook, and that helped so much. Oh my god, I'm so grateful for that audiobook, because listening to someone read it to me made so much sense in my head. And then I slowly understood the writing style and the adjectives Jane Austen used to describe few things. And then without the use of the audiobook, I could read this book, and it didn't make sense really later on in the book. But I did really enjoy it. I think that the movie they have made, they have done such a great job on that. It's like the perfect thing. They just picked it out from this book and pasted it on the screen because it is so perfect. I think the book is an extension to the movie. If you love the movie, I think you should definitely read this book, because it's the same thing, just an extension. They've picked up word to word scenes from this book, and I'm so proud for the team who did that. Seriously, the casting is also so good, and Mr. Darcy, the man he's so misunderstood. And the thing that he changed himself for Elizabeth without even without even thinking that he had a chance to redeem himself in her eyes, that is just so beautiful. And I love this book so much, and I want to read more classics. Then the next I have Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is again small town romance. I love small town and books that takes place near beachy areas. So this is a small town romance, and it's between Knox and Naomi. Naomi is a runaway bride, and she leaves the groom at the altar, and then she later realizes that she has an 11-year-old niece that she never knew about. Her twin sister had an 11-year-old daughter, and now she has to take care of the daughter because her twin sister is the most pathetic person and the most rebellion girl you'll ever see in your life. So her twin sister abandoned her 11-year-old child and left her with Naomi, and now Naomi has to take care of that child. and also start a new life in a small town because she does not want to go back to her old life. She was very pathetic and miserable in that life. And now she meets this very grumpy man. His name is Knox. He's the owner of a restaurant or a bar in this small town, and she's gonna work at his restaurant, and there is a romance between them. Like, there's forced proximity and there's jealousy because, like, she's really sweet and she talks to everybody in town, and he's like the kind of grumpy person. I love Naomi's house in this book. I remember she had such a beautiful house. I was so jealous of her house. So it was like a small cottage, and it was so beautiful, like, wow. But I even really enjoyed this romance, and also the found family in this book. Again, I just love a nice found family. I loved the found family so much, like the neighbors and all the friends and the librarian. It was so beautiful. And like, there's something about the librarian. I think they have other books, like it's a 3-book series, and she has another book, and I want to read that book because I'm really curious what happened to her and the love interest. So I really want to read that. But of course, it is a 4.5 star or a 5 star. I don't know. I think a 4.5 star book, but it's really good. I think you should read it. Then the next we have The American Roommate Experiment. This book, again, I did not like it that much. It is not for me. I think I gave it 3 stars or 3.2 stars. But I can see it can be someone's favorite. I just love that it takes place in New York and it is fake dating. It is basically between Rosie and Lucas. They are fake dating because, like, for Rosie, he's a practice boyfriend, and Rosie has a crush on Lucas for a really long time, and Lucas is Rosie's best friend, like Rosie's best friend's brother or cousin. He's Rosie's best friend's cousin, and they both are staying at this apartment together because he's visiting from some place to stay at his cousin's house, and she has some trouble in her apartment, so she has to live at her best friend's place. And it's like forced proximity. They are together again. The third act breakup pissed me off so much. Like, it's the same, like they have to set a timeline, and then he has to leave, and then she has to go back to her old life. I just hate that third act breakup so much. But I did enjoy their fake dating thing, and it takes place in New York, so that's what I liked about this book as well. And then the next I have here is The Alchemist. I have no recollection of this book at all. I remember I hated this book so much. I read this book because of a school assignment and I had to deliver a speech on this, but I don't remember what was my speech or what happened in this book at all. Oh my god, I seriously have no recollection. I think I gave it 2 stars. I did not like this book at all. I didn't even complete the entire book. I read it this much, and then I decided to just Google how does The Alchemist end, and I read that, and then I wrote my speech. But I did not finish this book because I did not like it at all, because I did not understand what this book is about. So if anybody in the comments wants to help your girl out and tell me what this book is about, I would appreciate it so much. But I do not like this book, and I don't think I recommend it to anyone. Oh, then there is A Wrinkle in Time. I read this because I saw Holly Wheeler in Stranger Things season 5 read this book, and there was like a lot of talk about this book in that season, and I love Stranger Things, so I decided to read it. And it's such a good book. It is a children's book, but I think every adult should read it, because when you're an adult, children's book makes so much sense and what the author was trying to say. But this book is about Meg and Charles, and they are on this hunt to find their father. Their father has been missing for like around a year, and their father was a scientist. So they want to find their father where he is, and they are doing it with the help of these 3 witches, you can say. It is Mrs. Whatsit, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Witch. So they are guiding them through this process, and their father is trapped on this island, on this planet called Gamazots. So they are going to go to Gamazots and help their father escape from there. And Kelvin, one of Charles and Meg's friend, is also going to join them, and I think there is a romance ahead between Meg and Kelvin, but I don't think I'll continue the series, or I will maybe, because I really like this book. It's a children's book. I flew through this book in, I guess, 2 days. It's only 240 pages. It's very easy to read, and I think if you have a nephew or a niece, you should gift it to them. Or even though you don't and you just want to get, start reading, and you think it's going to be really difficult for you, pick this book first. It's very easy to read. It's because it's a children's book, so it's very easy to read. Then the next I want to talk about a series here. This is the Powerless. I love this book so much, and I love the series so much. I have made an entire Instagram reel about it. Not just one, but two Instagram reels about this because I love it so much. And it's a definitely 5-star book and 5-star series for me. So it takes place on this world where everyone has powers, but only like a few people don't have powers, so they are born ordinary. And everyone who has powers, they are called elites. And our main character, Payton, she has no powers. And it's a romance between Payton and the enforcer of the kingdom, the king's son, Kai. So Kai has to kill all the ordinaries out there, and Payton is an ordinary, but she pretends that she has powers. So she tells everyone that she has a power for psychic. She like pick up a minute detail by looking at you, and then try and make a story about it, and just pray to God that she does not get caught. So it's romance between them. And there's also like a Hunger Games trial things in this. So every year I think they do a trial, and few people from the kingdom are picked who have, you know, like really good powers, and like they thrown into these deadly trials, and Payton is thrown into these trials with Kai and with other contestants as well. But she does not have any powers, so you just have to defend her life in these trials, and it's a really good book. And there's again a second book to this. It's Reckless, and Reckless is just a lot about Kai and Payton. It's a continuation to this, but I cannot say much about this book, either I'll end up spoiling this one for you. So just know that there's a lot about Kai and Payton, and I think I gave this one a 4 stars because I think that this book was a little bit unnecessary. They could have just put it in, like, split up this book into this book. And the last book, Fearless, I've not yet read it. I want to read it, but I'm a bit scared to end it. But I do want to read it. I want closure on what happens to the characters, but I will read it. But I think it was a bit unnecessary, but I do appreciate this book, so I think I gave it a 4 stars, and do recommend the CJs to everyone. Like, if you want to get started and read more of fantasy, this is the first book I think you should pick up because it's perfect. It's like not a lot of world heavy, and the romance is so good in this book, and the things that Guy says, some of my favorite quotes are in this book, and I just love it so much. And there's also a short novella related to this series. It's called Powerful. It's about Payton's best friend Adina. It's a very sad book, but I did enjoy it a lot, and it's like a really short book, so I think you should read this as well. And then this is one of my recent reads. It's The Silent Patient. Love this book so much. If there's one book you'll read from all the books that I recommend today, let it be this one. This is so good. The plot twist in this book I did not see coming. It's an instantly 5-star book for me. I was so frustrated with the plot twist, and I was so shocked that I did not see it coming. But I love this book so much, and I just read it, and it's like my instant favorite book. So this book, we are basically following Alicia, our main character. She kills her husband and goes silent. She just goes silent. She does not speak a single word after that. And then uh, we are following another character called Theo, and he is a psychotherapist, and he is the only one that can make Alicia speak. So it's really interesting, and he's like having these therapy sessions with her, and he thinks that he's making some progress. The hypocrisy in this book, there's so much in this book that I want to talk about, but I can't because of spoilers. But if you want to talk about this book in the comments, please, I want to have a chat about this book with somebody. And I love this book so much. Please read this book. It is so good that you would want to keep reading more and more after this. And I do want to check out more work from this author. And then I read The Great Gatsby. I just finished it yesterday, and I have some thoughts. It's a very short book. My copy only has like 140 pages, but the font is like minuscular. That's why it is only 140 pages. But I loved this book. It is a very good book, and it gives you a nice glimpse into the life of people after the World War in America, and how they lived, and how there was a diversion, between the rich and their lifestyle, and the poor and their lifestyle. It's a very beautiful book, and I now understand why it is a classic. So in this book we are following Jay Gatsby. He is a very rich next door neighbor to our narrator. Our narrator is Nick, and then we are following also Nick's sister, Daisy. And it is a very good book, and the plot twist did leave my jaw hanging on the floor. I was like, what is happening? tragic events after tragic events started happening in the last two chapters. Like the entire book was like very quiet, and only we were following the characters and parties and all. But in the end, I was really shocked by the things that happened, and I was kind of left speechless, and I was a little bit sad at the end, but it was like a full circle moment, and I did enjoy this book a lot. Okay, I only have a few more to go. This is my favorite book of all time. The Love Hypothesis, this, and Silent Patient are like a must read. Like you have to read them. So this is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez or Abby Jimenez. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm really sorry. And this is a summer romance, and the setting of this book is so beautiful. So in this book, you're following two characters, Emma and Justin, and it's for them. It's like whichever person they date, like that person's gonna break up with them and end up marrying the love of their life. So they don't find their happily ever after, but the person who breaks up with them finds their happily ever after. So it's a nice concept, and I did love it. And Emma is like a traveling nurse. There are difficult topics in this book, so please read the trigger warnings. It's not a very fluffy, light-hearted summer romance book. It's just so much more than a romance book. And one of my favorite quotes is in this book, and my favorite YouTuber Steph, she also read this quote out loud, and it is the best quote I've ever read. Justin is such an acts of service man, and my favorite love language is acts of service. So I did enjoy this book a lot, and I immediately gave it 5 stars. Oh, then I forgot another one of my favorite of all time, Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. This is becoming, I guess, a prime TV show, and I cannot wait. The casting is so good. I just looked at the casting, and it's just perfect. So this book, it takes place in past and present perspective on this lake house where Persephone, her parents brought this lake house when she's like a teenager, and it's a romance between her and their next door neighbor Sam. Charlie is his brother, and the next book is about Charlie. I've not yet read it, but I do want to read it. It's called One Golden Summer, I guess, but I want to read it. And in this book, Percy and Sam fall in love with each other throughout the summer, and then something happens, a terrible third act breakup, and I guess 16 or 17 years after, Percy has to go back to this lake house because of a tragic event that has happened, and we are watching Percy and Sam fall back in love with each other. It is just such a beautiful book. I just enjoyed the setting in the lake house and the beautiful summer nights in this book so much. I loved the setting so much, and the way. And the next is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. This book was everywhere, like everyone has read it, and it's like a really popular book, and I did enjoy it, but I don't think it's my favorite book of all time. It is what everyone says, like it did feel like I was watching a 2000s movie. So Wes and Liz, we follow them. They are high schoolers, and Liz had a crush on this guy that she wants him to take her to prom, but she cannot get his attention, so she is gonna fake date Wes, who's in love with her like since a really long time. And I just love how softy Wes is. It's just so good. I love both of the characters in this book, and I just love how I love the feeling of this book. It's a good book, and I think I gave it 4 stars, and I do recommend it. I just love how there's a 2000s rom-com quote at the start of every chapter. And the next I have is The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. It's the last book I have with me here, and this is the best young adult closed-door romance I've ever read. It's such a good book, and the writing, it's just so beautiful. So it's between Nathan and Bree. Nathan is a football player, and Bree is a ballerina, and they have been best friends for a really long time. It's a best friends, 2 lovers, and I love Nathan's friends in this book. His entire football team, it's so good, and Nathan feels like every other girl he dates is just not it for him. They are dating him for the money, and he does not feel connected to them, but he has started looking at Bree with some different kind of affection, and he like wants to date her, but he's scared of ruining the friendship, and it is so good. I love this book so much, and I just love how Nathan's friend come up with this cheat sheet. I guess it's at the very end of the book. I guess they have given the cheat sheet there. Yeah, you can see they have given the cheat sheet here, like all the list of the things that he had to do for Bree to fall in love with him. And I just love how sweet Nathan is, and all his friends are also so sweet and so good with Bree. And Nathan is the kind of guy who's gonna like nail down and tie your shoelaces if they are untied. That's the best thing that I've ever heard. That is so sweet. And I do recommend this book a lot. And please read it. It's a closed door romance. So even if you are a teenager or a preteen, you can read it and you definitely enjoy this a lot. So those are all the books that I had that I want to talk about, and I hope you enjoyed it. I have a few books on my TBR right here, as you can see, but I have not gotten around to read them, and I will very soon. I want to complete the Fearless and complete the Powerless trilogy. But I hope you enjoyed it. This is what I love. I love books, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. Comment down below what are your favorite books or some suggestions you have for me. I definitely love reading your favorite books. And tell me what kind of more videos you want to see from me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.